Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to episode number 5 of the 4 p.m. show. This is Monik from customdesignyourlife.com and I'm so glad to have you. I hope you had a great week and I had a decent week. It was a crazy week actually. I was doing good. I started my week strong. Everything is going right. I'm doing my rituals, getting up early in the morning, sleeping on time. First 2 days went okay, but after that drop and something just happened. I don't know, it was a crazy week. And the learning from the week is that no matter what happens, always take care of your schedule. My schedule, when my schedule, when my time gets upset, when I go to bed and when I wake up, if those two times really get upset, then my whole day crashes. And if one day crashes down, you can just assume that next 3-4 days are going to crash down. And so it was a big learning, and but it's not the first time it's happening. So I know that I have become better and stronger, and no matter what happens, I'm going to take care of my schedule. That's the bottom line. So I hope you also are taking care of your schedule, your routine, and your rituals. It's very important. And so a quick video this week. If you remember in episode number 3, I spoke about Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I was listening to that audio, and I have finally finished that book, and that was very animated, by the way. I have finally finished that book, and I thought I'll share a summary of the book. So here we go. Have some coffee with me. I hope you guys get some coffee while watching the video, and it's got to be fun. It's 4 p.m., my favorite time of the day, so grab a cup of coffee, have fun, relax, and we are going to have a good conversation. So Rich Dad Poor Dad, it's amazing book. At one part it seems like it's about shaking you and making you aware that you need to become more aware of educating yourself in terms of money. So that's one part. The second part I consider, it's like he talks about real estate and all that stuff, how he made money through real estate and stocks. So that's another part. And the third part of the book was a little surprise to me, but then again it turned out to be a bit of a personal development book, because in the end Robert Kiyosaki has mentioned few things, like some 10 points that how to have a better life. So he becomes little bit more like a personal development author in the end. But overall it's a good book, and some of the key takeaways are, and of course making money is important, and educating ourselves in terms of money is important. And we have never been taught about money in our school days and colleges. Never. Even if you are an economics major, the real how to really use money in real life has never been taught to us. So of course we need to educate ourselves in terms of how money works and how to make money work for us. So I'm going to talk about 10 points in terms of summary that I'll think you'll find it useful. One is that treat money as treat making money as a game. Making money is not too serious, it's not too difficult. A lot of us are very serious when it comes about money. We become stiff, we become we feel that maybe we don't know enough about money, we are not investors, and we take it too seriously. In the end, making money is a game. You need to approach it like a game, and become more self-aware, invest money, and you will learn about it, track your gains and losses, and it will become fun. So treat making money as a game, and we are going to enjoy it. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that we need to increase our knowledge about making money, how money works and how it operates. So in my opinion, it comes down to things like learning about real estate. Real estate, I think, is a very awesome example of making money and making passive money. And I have always liked real estate, and I feel that we need to increase our understanding about our local real estate and learn about it, when we can invest, how we can invest at the lowest prices, and what's the right time to sell it off, make money on the side by renting it out, etc., etc. So that's one thing. Real estate knowledge is very important. Having knowledge about stock markets, mutual funds, again, very, very important. And of course, we don't have to start big. I think we can start with 500, maybe $100, or maybe $50, like $50 would be like what, 3,500 Indian rupees, 3,000 to 4,000 rupees, 10,000 rupees. So we can start small, and but at the same time increase our knowledge about all the areas where we can make money. And I think real estate and stock markets and mutual funds, these are two very good areas to begin with. So that was number 2, increase your knowledge about money. And so here's a quote which I really liked from Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett says that the richest man on the earth, who made tons of money from investing alone, sitting from his home, that's it, he did not work, he sat at his home rest of his life, and he made tons of money and became the richest man on earth. And this guy says that when we don't have knowledge, everything is risky. So increase your knowledge and information, and nothing will be risky, period. So that's it. So that's an awesome quote. I thought I'll just share with you. And number 3, Robert Kiyosaki says that pay yourself first. Whenever you get a salary, your income, whatever it is, pay yourself first. Have a portion of the money that you're paying yourself, and then pay your credit card bills, then pay your rent, and then pay your whatever loans, etc., EMIs. Then only you pay that. Reason being, number one, something subconsciously knows that whether you're treating yourself right or wrong. And if you're working hard throughout the month, and when the money comes and you put that money to pay your bills, inside of you that cringes, and it says that I've worked for it really hard, and now you're paying others rather than paying myself. So subconsciously that what's happening. So number 1, treat yourself with respect. You are the first person that you need to pay first. So keep a small portion of it, and immediately maybe open a new bank account. Robert Kiyosaki doesn't speak about it, but I think open a new bank account and put a portion of money every month in that account. So pay yourself first. That's one thing. And secondly, he says that it also puts pressure on you, because you have paid a portion to yourself. Now you have less money to pay your bills, and those people are going to call you. They are going to put pressure on you. Use that pressure as inspiration to push yourself to make more money, so that you work hard, you invest in various other areas, so that you can make more money. So it's good, pay yourself first, and the pressure might increase. Use that pressure to push yourself to earn more money. So that was number 3. And number 4, this is something I have believed for the last 4-5 years, and Robert Kiyosaki finally says it in the book, Power of Associations. And that means choose your friends carefully. And I personally feel that I did a lot of damage in my own life by not choosing my friends carefully. Now I love my friends, old friends, everybody. I totally enjoy it. I have great memories. But if somebody is not moving in the same direction as you're moving, and if your friends are sucking out energy subconsciously, they might be doing it, they don't know it. But if they are having a negative impact, then you need to find another set of friends. And Robert Kiyosaki in this case specifically says that find friends. If you're interested in making money, obviously find friends who have already made money, who already know about it. And I feel that the reason we don't do it is that because those people are a level above us, so we don't feel like reaching out to them. We are lazy, we feel awkward, we feel shy, we feel embarrassing or shameful maybe to reach out to them because they are above us, because they know more than us. But we need to reach out to those people and make friends very carefully. Either your friends are going to pull you down or they're going to take you up. So it's very important not to spend time with those people who are not on the same path as you, and also who suck out energy from your life. It's very important. So Robert Kiyosaki, thank you so much for saying that. I totally believe in this point. And number 5, always find an expert in any area, and it's okay to pay the expert extra money. Whether you're trying to lose weight, find the best fitness coach and pay that. I recently gave an advice to a friend of mine. She is trying to lose weight, and I told the same thing. Find an expert, fitness expert, and it's okay to pay extra to that person, because that expert will save your time and you'll get results faster. In this case, Robert Kiyosaki talks about finding brokers, expert brokers, and finding them and paying them that extra money that nobody else will pay, but you pay extra money. They might have high fees, but you will make more money very quickly in quick time. So always find experts, and it's okay to pay them. And here is the bottom line: please make sure that he or she is an expert. Not everybody is an expert. Less than 5% of the people in an industry are usually an expert. So make sure that you're paying an expert, not somebody else, an extra money. Okay, so that's number 5, and 5 more points to go. Okay, number 6 is ability to learn quickly is what is going to differentiate between us and those people who don't get results. Learn quickly something, apply it, get results. If you don't get results, stop it immediately, go to the next formula, next concept, learn it quickly and apply it, get results, and repeat the process. So this ability to learn concepts quickly, we don't have the lifetime to learn concepts. Maybe maybe few hours, few days. It has to be very quick. Learn the concept quickly and apply them, and see if it works or not. Stop doing what doesn't work. Like Einstein said that insanity is doing same thing again and again and hoping for different results. It doesn't happen. So learn things quickly. If it doesn't work, move on to the next concept. Number 7, give like an American Indian. Now what he means by this is that when Europeans came to North America for the first time, they saw that the red Indians, the locals there, American Indians, they had this tradition. Whenever they saw an outsider or anybody who is like who's suffering because of cold weather, and they would actually give their blankets or sheets to them so that they don't feel cold. But the next morning they would come and take their blanket. Now for these new outsiders, it was rude, because these outsiders thought maybe, hey, they actually gave us a gift. But no, it wasn't a gift. It was just given so that they can suffer less during the cold. So here is the bottom line: when you invest money, it's not a gift to anybody. You don't forget about it. You have to make sure that you track your money. Make sure that you know exactly when you're going to get your money back and with how much interest. So rate of interest is very important. Don't just give your money as a gift. Always remember to take your money back and with interest. That's very important. And of course, as long as you're giving, investing money in a business, if it's a friend or something, then it's your call. Of course, if it's a family member, then again, it depends on person to person. But in the end, my advice is, of course, your money is hard earned, and track it and make sure that you get the money. You know exactly when to get the money back. always be okay to go and get your money back, and with interest. um, Number 8, have heroes. Now he says that, as kids we all had heroes. We play sports, and in each sports, whether it's cricket, whether it's football, tennis, basketball, we all have our heroes. But when we started growing up, we stopped having heroes. Like for him, he says that Donald Trump and Warren Buffett are his heroes. Now when he says Donald Trump, he actually looks up to Donald Trump as a businessman. So this book was written before Donald Trump became the president. So he's talking in terms of investment and business. So he looks up to Donald Trump as a great negotiator and a business maker. So, and he also has Warren Buffett as one of his heroes, and he looks up to him in terms of investment and how to do investment. So have heroes, because heroes, following a hero, something magical always happens. We start increasing our own capabilities, and something happens when we have heroes, and we become like our heroes. So choose your heroes carefully and have great heroes, and you will ultimately start doing amazing things that your heroes are doing. So that's number 8. And number 9 is give without expectation. And this is, I think, the highlight of the book, because this is something which has become my core value, that always give without any expectation in return. If you want something, give it first and then it will come back, and do it with a joy in your heart. Don't say that I want that thing, that's why I'm giving away. Like if you want more love in your life, give your love first. Become more friendly, become more helpful, become more polite, and become more loving, and then love will come to you. Like if you want more money, give money first and then money will come back. So in this case, he means invest money first and then it will come back. He gives an example that whenever he is walking on street and he sees that during in that particular day, we all have weird days, and if he's having a weird day and if he sees that nobody is giving a smile or pleasant face expression to him, he starts himself giving smile and pleasant expression to the other people. And what happens? Magical things happen. More people start smiling, more people become more friendly. It always works, and this is something not theoretical. I have applied it over the last few years and it totally works. I recently did a post on LinkedIn as well, that if you're working and in your office place, you find that your colleagues, your teammates are not friendly, they are not cooperative, they are not helpful, you become cooperative, you become helpful, you become more friendly, and eventually you will see that there's a lot of help coming your way. So you become that first, you give first and things will come to you. And I remember a quote from one of my friends, and he used to say that what goes around comes around, and it's perfectly right. So give positive things if you want positive things to come back. And here's my take: what goes around doesn't come around. I feel that what goes around, it comes back exponentially, and it's usually more than what you give. So be generous in giving. And the last point, is it's about finding someone who has already done what you are working on right now. Find someone who has already done it, take him or her to lunch or coffee, and learn from them. What you learn during that 1 hour in that lunch with that person will actually exponentially take you up. So this is related with power of association, and it's also related with networking. But make sure that you don't feel inferior approaching somebody who has already done it. Have a big heart, be bold, approach people who have already done it. They might be younger than you, they might be your peers, that's okay. Approach them, take them out for lunch or coffee, or become friends with them and learn from them, and what you learn in a short period of time will take you up exponentially in quick time. So those were the 10 points, and bottom line is that be smart, don't work hard, don't work for money, let the money work for you, as simple as that. And increase your knowledge about money, because you and I have never been taught about money in our school, college, or even in our house by our parents. So it was never taught, but it's a good time, because as a Chinese proverb says that what was the proverb, a quote that the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, but the second best time is right now. So it's late, but it's important to start right now. Don't think that you have become a bit late, so you don't do anything. That will be super late. So whatever has happened. Take action right now. That's it, immediately, right now, as you're watching this video. After this video, just take an action. It's very important. Okay, so that was about Rich Dad Poor Dad. And what else? I thought I'll talk about Satya Nadella in this episode, the CEO of Microsoft, the Indian-born American who is now heading Microsoft, one of the largest corporation in the world. And because the last few days I've started seeing that there's a lot of talks about Satya Nadella on LinkedIn and over internet. I don't know why. It's only me who's seeing it, or it was really happening. But then I thought, okay, let me do some research about him. And so I have some 6 points that I want to share about this guy. And he's a very, very inspiring guy. I was feeling proud anyways, because he's an Indian. But when I actually saw his videos on YouTube, you will be impressed. He's very highly energetic guy, very, very energetic and inspiring guy. Okay, so here are 6 points from Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft. Number one thing is, don't play victim ever. Now, this guy, his eldest son, who his name is Zain, his eldest son Zain, and he was born with some serious brain damage, and it's called cerebral palsy, something like that. And it's a serious brain damage issue, and he was born with that. And he says that just before his birth, Satya says that he was in the hospital, and he was thinking how his life will become more fun, how his weekends will become more fun when his son will be born. And he was having all those plans. And he says that 1 hour later he has his son who is born with this serious brain damage, and all of a sudden everything changes in his life. All his plans almost came down crashing. And initially he played victim. He kept saying, why it happened to me, why my son is like that, why it happened to us. But he said that immediately after the birth, the next day, he saw his wife taking care of this son without any judgment, without any conditions. And he says that was an aha moment for him, because he realized it did not happen to him, something happened with his son. And so he need to step up and take care of his son. So we need to put our selfish ideas, selfish expectations on the side, and step up and stop playing victim. It is not happening to us. Something has happened. Now it's time to step up and take care of the situation. So never play victim. That's very inspiring. Number two, and this is something very interesting, and he says that when he was getting interviewed in, I think around around 25 years back, when he was getting interviewed in his early 30s to join Microsoft, one of the last questions that was asked to him was, if you find a baby on a road, what will you do? Now at the time he says that he always was thinking from intellectual point of view. He was thinking, maybe is it related to some algorithm or something like that. And so after thinking for some time, he says, maybe I'll call 911, the emergency line number. And the interview takes him out and says that you don't immediately do anything. You take up the baby and you give a hug. So that was, I think, a very funny story. And also I thought it shares that no matter who we are, what we do, we are humans. So let's not forget that. First be a human and then do other things. That's number 2. Number 3, he says that in one of the interviews that we overestimate what we can do in a short period of time, and we underestimate what we can do over a long period of time. So I think it's a key point, and I think this puts a lot of pressure on us because we are expecting so much in a short period of time. We want to do so much, especially when we are starting out, in terms when we have a new goal or new dream. We want to do so much in first 5 years, so much in 10 years, but we forget that life is big and a lot of things can happen over 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So don't put that kind of pressure on yourself. Take it easy, and you can do a lot in long term. So never underestimate what can happen over long term. That's number 3. And number 4, yes, this is so important, which I also truly believe, and thank God Satya is also saying this. He says that we spend too much time in office for it not to have any deeper meaning in our life. Meaning we spend so much time in our work that we lose our connection with our real purpose. So don't spend so much time just for the sake of spending time in office. Go and try find your purpose, have a deeper connection, and then you'll have more productive output in your work. So have that deeper connection, find your purpose, and then approach your work. And you don't have to spend tons of work just for the sake of tons of time in your work just for the sake of it. You can spend less time, but you can have more output when you have a deeper connection, when you know what you're doing and what is your purpose in life, or in terms of your work and career. So that's number 4. Number 5 is be slightly delusional. Now this is totally not, this is not unexpected. All the great achievers, they say this thing. Steve Jobs said the same thing: be delusional. Not very delusional, slightly delusional. It's very important to be slightly delusional. It will help us to cross any barriers that we face. And number 6, learn and always be learning. And like he said that I have so many books and online courses that I might not be able to finish them. I keep buying those books and I'm always learning. And so that's the bottom line. And this is finally the CEO of Microsoft is also saying the same thing: learn and learn, always be learning. So it's not a philosophy, it's not a new age mantra. It really works. And even Elon Musk says that he reads so many books, and he has become what he has become because he had read so many books. So I have also started to see that the kind of impact the books and online courses and seminars are having on me. So always be learning. And so those were the 6 inspirational points from Satya Nadella. And he has also written a book called Hit Refresh. Do check it out, and I'll also check it out. So my coffee has become cold, by the way. So that's it in this episode. I am always trying to make a quick episode, but I end up making 20 minutes long episode. But what my idea is to give compress all the great information that I can gather and give it in a short period of time. So because I want to be respectful of your time, and I want to serve you and to make an impact in your life. So I'll try to make my future videos more shorter and more better, want some tips, so do let me know what I can do to improve my videos and what you would like to hear from me in future videos that will help you to design a better life, and I'll make such videos. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much for tuning in and have a great week. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.